okay, so you've gone through your journey, lost a bit of money, blah, 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 got your structures together, now got a system. So what was your system? So you've narrowed down your markets. What were you looking for? Did you have a specific setup or strategy you're looking for, or was it still early days?
I wanted to get the trading to fit in within my lifestyle.
Okay.
So I didn't want to sit in front of a screen all day, every day, because there were so many other things going on. And so what I found advantageous for me was that I'd be able to look at a couple of markets in the morning and maybe a couple in the afternoon.
Right.
So straight away there was the FTSE, the DAX, and some of the European markets that I could look at. And then the afternoon, obviously the American markets. So I just decided that those are the ones I'm going to sort of look at. If I can get 2 or 3 markets in the morning I can look at, fine. And in the afternoon maybe just the American Dow Jones, and concentrate on that. Yeah,
I mean that's the beauty of being in European time zone, isn't it? We've got that 8 o'clock open,
that's
the DAX FTSE and European indices, and then 2:30 for the US, and then it's quite a nice time to be in, isn't it?
And if I was working, then I could still come back after work and concentrate on the American markets if I needed to.
Still opportunity there,
Still opportunity. So
this suggests that actually you had more. I know this, but you had a kind of opening strategy.
Yes.
You were based very much around the open of these markets.
Yeah. So that strategy worked alongside the trading style that I wanted to focus on, alongside work and family life and other things. So the strategy was the opening bar breakout strategy. So it concentrated on any markets, whether European, American, and it just concentrated on the first 15 minutes of the opening session.
Okay.
And really concentrating on the opening drive within the market, which would then give you a good enough indication as to where the market could be for the morning session. Gotcha.
So first 15 minutes you were looking for, what were we looking for, a good move?
We're looking for a reasonable size move, probably about 20 points, 25 points maximum for the size of candle. Anything more than that, then most likely you could be looking at near the true range of that market for the day, which would probably not put the odds in your favour. So 20-25 points on a nice opening 15-minute bar, with a long for the break above and a short break below, with a stop at 50% of the bar size.
Gotcha. Actually, I remember us talking quite a bit because you tweaked this and traded this for quite a few years, if I'm not mistaken, and you were constantly adjusting and tweaking it just because it was working so well, but you were trying to eke little bits out of it. So the rules were you went long above the high, short below the low, and 50% of stops. That was the base. I know you had some more tweaks to that at some point. What other little bits did you?
So the tweaks were that I wanted some further confirmation to ensure that again the odds could be in my favour. So one tweak I made was that I wouldn't enter above unless it broke another 3 points above the high of that opening bar. So it was just like a further confirmation. It actually started off at 5 or 6 points originally, but I realised at 6 points a lot of those trades I would have already been in them a lot earlier. So I just tweaked it a little bit and brought it down to 3 points, which when I looked at back testing over a 6-month period made a massive difference.
It's amazing that, isn't it? When you just the slightest change can make it into a super strategy. And I guess obviously that was depending on the volatility back then, so that 3 points might be different now, depending on watching it when the volatility is more. You just adapt to adjust the volatility as you did the first 15-minute candle.
The other thing I realised was that on that strategy you could, as a minimum, you could probably get about 8 points as a minimum to start off with, but it could range anything from 8 points to about 18 to 20 points, and not really any more than that on the initial drive. However, on the really strong buying and selling days, you could then potentially get anything from 20 points, anything up to 200 points, because that move would just continue throughout the morning, even into the afternoon session.
And just close at highs.
And close at highs. And that would just be a phenomenal day. But they don't happen very often, as you're probably aware. So.
No, that's it. Yeah, it's rare, but it's nice to get on it so early, because you're like, well, I feel I'm on one now, I'll hold it. So your targets then, if we're talking normally on normal days, would you scale out of a position, or would you just go all out at a certain level?
No, stops were pretty fixed, simply because, again, from back testing, I realised that you could get anything from between 12 and 20 points.
Right.
And, you know, and really that was mostly on average over 5, 6, 8 days.
So you set your target at, was it half
the size of the bar?
Gotcha. So that was your stop as well as your target.
Yes.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. So that's good because it actually allows for the volatility of the day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're not trying to find something that's too much.
No.
And so how did you catch those trend days then? If you were taking profits, did you always leave the little slither just to see if you could get on those trend days? Or? Yeah,
so on the days where I was in front of the computer, because sometimes I would just wait for that opening 15 minutes, put in the data and walk away, because obviously family and other things to do, and then come back after maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30 and see what's happened. But on the days where I was in front of the screen, at that point we'd see the first bar. Have we entered the trade? Yes, we have. Then look at the second 15-minute bar, and then moving forward from there, we would then adjust stops to the previous high of the bar or previous low of the bar.
Gotcha. So you'd actively man it if you could be at the screen.
Yeah, if I could be at the screen for say an hour and a half maximum, really on that type of trade. Then I would just adjust stops accordingly and try and take advantage of those extra points on every bar as it went up.
I think it's a good lesson that actually, because the highs or lows are very often put in the first 15 minutes, 30 minutes of the day. So if you are in a trade that happens to be the low, and that's the low of the day, you could be in something that's going to pay you very handsomely. But on the flip side of it, I know the markets back then were quite a little bit different, because they were whipping around. So you get that spike, you want to be out before it comes back again.
That's right.
So it was good, because I remember being able to chat a few times, and you trade a mixture of different indices actually. When you were trading SMI, you were trading FTSE, trading DAX, to play around with different bits.
It was nice because I'd sort of do DAX and FTSE at the same time, but the reward that you got from the DAX was nowhere near
good old DAX.
Good old DAX. You didn't get the same reward on FTSE. But if you could have two trades on at the same time, 15, 16 points here, 7, 8 points here. Just made a nice handsome profit on that morning trade.
It was. So that was your opening. Did you do the same thing on the Dow as well then? So
exactly the same.
Same rules.
But the reward on the Dow was a lot more because of the volatility. So on the Dow, I think it was anything from 20 points up to 30 points.
Gotcha.
On average. But again, on those big drive days, I think one day I'd had 165 points. Just on
just
that
sat
opening.
There and went.
So, nice. But I know I've seen the Dow move 200 or 300 points. I've not been able to capture it all, but I'm sure if I was there in front of the screen.
Well, I guess that's the beauty of trading that strategy, because someone could replicate that relatively easily and adjust it for current conditions, and then come back at the close and see where you are. Come back 10 minutes before the close and go, I'm up 300 points, or I've been stopped out for 15.
Happy days.
It's not a problem, is it? If you're getting markets that are starting to trend a lot more, especially I guess in bull or bear markets that really start to aggressively trend. If you can get on the end of those, do you think this strategy would work with anything else like stocks? Do you think it would?
I think the strategy could work for stocks, although I don't have any experience. But I think the basic principles are the same. I think it could work across all markets. But I just decided that I just wanted to be a specialist in a handful of markets and just understand them. My friends have a laugh and joke with me because they tell me they do currencies or they do stocks, and why don't I do them? But I suppose everyone's got their own trading style.
Money's money, right? The way you make it, you can make it in one instrument. It doesn't matter. All right, that's interesting.